We have the Greek-American World War II veteran we're honoring today, Jimmy Moshovitis, and to introduce him is Andrew Manitos.
Before I introduce Mr. Moshovitis, I just wanted to point out, particularly for the young people in the room, you know, we're honoring this greatest generation who came back, but there are many of them who did not. And we owe as much or more to them than we do to those who lived. And if you think about it, just to give you some sense as to how much we owe the military people there or those who are in this room, if you took the Americans who would have been alive had they come back from World War II and stood them along a road, and you drove along that road in your car at 60 miles an hour, how many minutes, if they're standing side by side, how many minutes would it take for you to pass that entire line? The answer is 2 hours. That's how many people did not come home. To Jimmy Moshovitis for the Greatest Generation Award of 2015 for his service in World War II. Jimmy, who will probably not be happy that I identify that he is now 90 years old. He served in the U.S. Navy. He saw duty in the Atlantic Ocean seeking submarines and then moved to the Pacific on a troop transport ship. He was at Iwo Jima, where 6,000 Americans lost their lives. He was at Tokyo Bay, where kamikaze suicide pilots were crashing into the ships within his fleet where he was located. He also served in Saipan, Okinawa, Guam, Talagi, Manila Bay of the Philippines. Many, many fierce, fierce battles. Jimmy Moshovitis' ship was proximate to the ship in Tokyo Bay, where those of my generation have seen the picture where the armistice, the peace was signed on that deck between America and Japan. He was proximate to that place, and immediately after that peace, he was among the first Americans armed to go into Japan. And there was great trepidation at that time because the Japanese had, throughout the war, been particularly brutal with Americans that had been captured. But Jimmy was among that first landing group of Americans. He's very significant within the Greek-American community and within the American society. He's a member of the Archdiocesan Council of the Greek Orthodox Church of America, a member of Leadership 100, Faith. He received the Ellis Island Award, and he's a member of Duke University's James B. Duke Society. So I give you now naval. What was your rank? Naval Officer Jimmy Moshovitis.
Believe me, I was just a plain seaman. I was with the troops all the time, below deck.
No water? No?
I need a drink. As you know, my name is Jimmy Moshovitis. I'm a World War II veteran, and I'm 90 years old, as you heard, and I'm honored to be here. I survived Iwo Jima, Okinawa, and those other places, and did my thing in Japan. I'm here to tell you freedom isn't free. Many live, loving, decent Americans, Europeans, and Russians spilled their blood on foreign soil so that we all may breathe the crisp and fresh air of freedom. I thank you all for honoring me today and accept this award on behalf of the men and women of the Allied forces of World War II who saved us from tyranny, preserved our freedom and democracy. And please, ladies and gentlemen, never take for granted your freedom, because freedom isn't free. The only thing that stands between your freedom and tyranny is the United States Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard. God bless America and all of you.